Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, friends. How to become a good writer of English is the question which is discussed worldwide throughout the centuries. So, dear friends, the only secret to become a good English writer is to practice writing. So, for that, practicing writing, I have brought up this video with those four techniques, four ways, and four paths of action. If you follow them by heart and soul, definitely you will emerge out and you will turn out to be the prolific and the expressive writer of English language. So the first way that you can improve your writing is to have a deep and in-depth study of the Bell's letter. So what do mean the Bell's letter? Bell's letter means the masterpieces of the different literatures of the world. Bell's letter stand out as the national masterpieces of any country. For example, Greek literature, German literature, French literature, they have their own masterpieces which have been published out. For example, from the Russian we have Leo Tolstoy, War and Peace. From Greeks we have Sophocles, Aeschylus. And if you study their works in depth, you would have this way you will improve and heighten your knowledge, and the knowledge gives birth to the writing. So the first way is to be familiar with and abreast of the Bell's letter. Bell's letter of German literature from Karl Marx, and from French like Montaigne, and from Russian like Tolstoy, and from English Shakespeare, Chaucer, Ben Jonson, and you have to study them in depth to have the idea of how they write and what content do they have to put into the writing. So the second step, after studying the Bell's letter in depth, the second step is to have the full and the sonorous knowledge of history of the English language. So right from the 5th century, the English language took birth in England, and up to now, the age of the postmodernism. You have to study thoroughly every age, every philosophy, every movement, and every action that led to the growth of English language, primarily in the realm of writing and the development and the growth and the history of writing. So this is how, by studying the history of language, you will come to know that what were the movements that impacted the growth of language. For example, we have a Renaissance movement which completely revolutionized the culture of language. You would come to know the Bacon, Shakespeare in those ages, who were the kings of the writing in Renaissance. After we have classicism, romanticism, modernism, symbolism, imaginism. Study them deeply. This is how the knowledge of these things will improve, will add to your knowledge, and it would give you raw material for your writing. So number one was the Bell's letter, and the second was the study of history. Number third point is to have a full detailed knowledge, know-how in your schemata about the rhetoric devices, the literary devices. The literary devices beautify your language, like simile, metaphor, synecdoche, metonym, alliteration, onomatopoeia. These are the ascendant. For example, these are the literary devices, rhetoric devices. If you put them into your writing, these things would embellish your writing, and the main source of these writing come from the famous writers of English language, primarily Shakespeare, Bacon, Alexander Pope. These are the writers who have used profusely these literary devices into their writing. So study them with by heart, and you will improve. Certainly, you will improve your language. And then the fourth way, how I improved my writing, I just read the literature. For example, a piece of a paper, I read it, I comprehended it, I tried to skim and scan the important ideas, and what I did, I rewrite them into my own style. So I compared the both original and the mimicked text, This gave me an idea how the things actually, how what the difference stands between my writing and the original text of the English language. So follow these points, you will certainly emerge out as the good writer. I hope these techniques will prove